we got a copyright strike on this video, and I kind of wanted to just complain about it really quick. I have to cut out the one part of it. Basically, we used an angry video game nerd video to bounce off of. I used to like his content a lot, and we just watched like the last 45 seconds of the video because it segued into the content, which was, oh, hey, like people who really like sports are similar to people who are like really into cosplay or anime. And it was a fun conversation. And he kind of brushed on this towards the end. Well, of course, the stream got DMCA'd after it got taken down. And I put in a dispute because it is transformative. You know, we didn't react to the entire thing. We used like 45 seconds of it. Our segment is like 12 minutes. There's literally no way that anybody in there, or ours is 8 minutes, excuse me. But either way, nobody in their right mind would hold up in court and be like, yeah, this is wrong. And no sane person would look at this and turn it down. And of course, almost instantaneously, it was turned down. And so I was just frustrated. I don't know if it was himself or he hires some kind of outside company to do it, but I just think it's kind of, wrong to, in my opinion, abuse the copyright system. So, you know, you'll see why there's a bit of a chunk missing in this video. Enjoy. All right, guys. So trust me, we're gonna go somewhere fun with this. I've been rewatching Angry Video Game Nerd content, like while I play WoW, while I play video games by myself. And I watched this video. It's irrelevant about the specifics about it, but there's the last less than a minute is very interesting, and it ties into a conversation about sports and basically LARPing. Or like anime nerds. I know it sounds weird, but let's listen to this, and then we'll get into the specifics about it, okay? And that's the whole thing. And we talked about this before because you were going off about people who love sports too much. And I have a sneeze coming, so oh, okay.
Bless you. Make it go away. Bye-bye.
Oh God, it's like attacking me. I'm crying now. I just want it out. Jesus. Oh my God. What just happened? I remembered a trauma from another life.
Okay.
Sorry, the joke. But anyway, we talked about this before about people who, like, we make fun of gamers and whatnot because they dress up in their outfits. But then you're like, well, how is that really any different from some loser who wears the jersey of their favorite sports person and then puts like the makeup on their eyes and then goes to tailgating parties and they scream and then they yell and then they explode over their favorite sports team not winning, and they have magical rituals that they engage in. I have to wear the same dirty sock 52 weeks in a year and I can't wash it except for every October 13th or else my favorite team's not going to win. They have these rituals. How is that really any different from some anime nerd? Mm-hmm. And then you showed, and so I was like, oh, I want to talk about this on the next thing. And you were like, yeah, let's talk about it. And then you sent me this.
Yes.
This. So let's watch it.
Pick six! Pick six! Pick six! Okay. Like, come on. I can't help it. Yeah, you can't.
I love the wife. I love the wife so much. That's it.
And then you can help it.
You can help it.
You can help it.
But this is the craziest thing. What's the difference between that and yes, bitch? What's the difference?
Of like Slay Queen.
Yeah. Fucking nothing. You're a grown ass man in your living room. You can't make fun of anybody.
You're right. There's so much commonality between different people. I agree. I didn't even
You're
think
watching men tackle each other in tight pants and you go
and you create an entire ritual about it.
There's no way.
But
there's
then,
no way.
And for some reason it's not acceptable to criticize them. Meanwhile, they're the most violent people.
I was actually going to say like when I was in school, one of my professors taught me how, like, when you're working with clients, especially in a therapeutic setting, like there's something like, this is like whatever. There's different things that have different meanings to people. So for example, like if you come in after Super Bowl Sunday, like it's not always for people. It's not always like a nice family party that somebody hangs out with to be like, oh, like, what did you do for Super Bowl? Like, just to be aware of yourself as a practitioner, like not to lead with questions like that, because for some people Super Bowl may mean that their partner, usually again,
in a domestic violence situation,
like
might
your
have hit them.
husband
Oh, I understand what you're saying.
got drunk, got pissed at the game, might have broke shit in their house, might have beat them, and that's what their Super Bowl is.
Yeah.
Whereas for you, it might be like a nice family fun party.
Yeah.
And like there's significant abuse like during major sporting events.
Really?
Like Super Bowl stuff like that, because
That's
people
horrible.
get so pissed and like it leads to fights and destruction, drunkenness, stuff like that. I also but
that's really interesting. I don't doubt it at all. I mean, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. So that's interesting. Yeah, but that's my thing, is that like it's probably the most violent hobby to have, being into sports.
I don't even care about it being violent. I just don't understand
why we
look at
nerds?
like men, because usually men, right? I know that there's girls that like sports too.
Yeah.
But like
Lesbians.
men are usually like obsessed with sports. They love it. But then like they make fun of everybody.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
like theirs is I would say like the worst.
Yeah, they have they'll dress up in like a tutu just so that they can like dance like a ballerina to invoke a god to have an impact on their game, to make them go really well. But then they're the ones that are bullying like the guy on TikTok that likes to do their makeup.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you're painting your face and you're getting drunk at tailgate parties and breaking things. This guy's just putting on some makeup.
Yeah, sporting games are literally just a convention that happens more regularly.
Yeah. I agree with that. They're like I agree.
And
with
then
that.
like you go play it in the backyard with your kids, like
like you're LARPing every day. You're pretending that you're actually a professional sports person every day. What's the difference? Oh, I'm throwing around the pigskin.
You buy season tickets.
You
know, like
spend
it's just
$60
crazy.
a month on a fucking football pass on your goddamn computer.
You play fantasy games.
You play fantasy football. How is that different from fucking D&D? Well, my guy, theoretically, it's like, okay. I mean, like, yeah. It's a weird ritual. It is the same as Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I always say we all have our things.
Yeah. And it's like, why bully them?
Exactly. We all have our things, and all having our things is okay, but you need to know that being obsessed with sports is as cringe as being obsessed with anything else.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that. That's funny. I didn't even think of it like that. Bro, you watch the game, and then you play a game while you watch the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're no different than the people who like will play D&D along with like Critical Role or whatever they do on their podcast thing. You're doing the same thing, except you're hitting your wife when they lose. That's the only difference.
And that's why I also think that the worst video games are sports video games.
You think so?
I hate them.
Why?
Because it's just so goddamn stupid.
I think the worst video games are like
because they talk about it like it's
game.
real sports when you're pressing buttons. I mean, I feel that way about any video game, and I know I'm in the minority here. Yeah. But like, I hate it so much.
Well, I don't like basketball games because I get fouled when I play all the time, and I'm just like, okay, I can't do this. There's too many rules.
Like video game basketball games or real basketball?
No, video game.
Oh,
I get fouled. I mean, like video game basketball, I get fouled all the time. I'm like foul. I'm just so confused. You know, it's like Jesus Christ. Okay, cool. I like that segment. I thought it was fun.